Okay, we are in round three, and I started the recording a little bit late. We did have to mulligan. I kind of got caught up in the mulligan. A pretty good mulligan. We got Vile into, we have Welder, we have Great Furnace, we have Thopter Foundry. And it looks like we have Elves once again. Holy cow. All of the Once Upon a Times will be happening this league. And it looks like they got a basic to play around our wasteland. And we've learned. Bridge. Bridge is the goal here. Bridge as, well, thank you, deck. Thank you very much. Now that we can get that in play, we can actually, no, we can't play the Thopter Foundry. We need, we need some mana source to play the Thopter Foundry, but we have our secret tech that is, Ensnaring Bridge. In the main versus elves, so they can't kill us. And since we are on the play, uh, we'll be able to get it out there. There is a possibility that if this was reversed and we were on the draw, that it would be too late. Like they're just going crazy over there. If they got turn 3 before we get turn 3 and play bridge, then we would be in a lot of trouble. But it looks like play has saved us. We'll get our welder on, and I don't think they can. I think our welder's gonna be more important than Allosaurus Shepherd. I might scare him a little bit. Let's scare him. Let's fuck with them a little bit. I mean, they are elves. Like they deserve to be fucked with by goblins. That's just the way it goes. So we'll scare them. We'll scare them. See if they want to think about it. Our welder's so much more important, though. He is going to do a lot of work in addition to just protecting our ensnaring bridge. Okay. Oh, there it is. That is the other source we need to for color for Thopter Foundry. And we have one welder alone and unafraid versus the Elven army. He's just going to be here to keep the bridge working. One thing that is annoying about this current state is, in a sense, the Allosaurus Shepherd can enable the elves to attack and then pump post attack. Kind of like the same thing that goblins could do with Pile Driver is that when it's attacking, they're smaller. So our goal is going to be to get Hellbent as soon as possible, which we are set up to do. I don't know what we're gonna draw, but if we can get Hellbent next turn, then plus wasting their Gaia's Cradle would be amazing. Let's see what they got. This would be the turn if they had Natural Order, then we would just die if we didn't have Bridge in play. So we'll count our lucky stars that is the case, that we are protected. But now what are they gonna do? They're gonna attack, and uh, we'll see if they pump. They 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can do it. They can do it. And paying costs. Okay, they're going for it. They're going for the slip underneath the bridge, pump. Which we're in trouble. We can't take another hit, which means we need to either jump with the welder, which would be really bad for us, or maybe make a Thopter or something. Hold on there, little buddy. Keep the bridge working. You got it. You got it. Land. Ooh, that's actually probably the worst thing that we can draw right now, just because we can't get Hellbent, which means that these elves are going to be able to attack and keep doing what they're doing. We might be able to just stay alive until we're able to go Hellbent by making Thopters, maybe out of our Great Furnace. maybe even out of our Aether Vial, that would feel terrible. Uh, Gaia's Cradle's gonna getting rid of this Gaia's Cradle's gonna slow them down though. Hopefully they don't have a second one. If they have a second Cradle and are able to attack us, we're gonna have to chump block with something because we are going to. Oh gosh. Okay, so they do have a Gaia's Cradle, and if they attack all out, we are going to have to block with potentially our Welder. Right now, we can block with. Oh, maybe they don't have enough mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they don't have enough mana to attack with everything, so we are not forced to block. We're gonna go low. We are gonna go low. And then I think the Furnace is worse than the Vial. And slowly take up the Vial, maybe get to Yorion as another potential blocker. We're gonna chump the Allosaurus Shepherd, force them to activate it, and then maybe do some tricks, uh, some tricky tricks here in the near future. Cross our fingers we don't draw land. One nice thing too, though, is that our Welder is going to be able to, once he activates, we're going to be able to swap our Thopter back out for the Great Furnace, which means that we are going to be able to kind of not lose any artifacts in this turn. I don't know. Is there any merit in sacking now? There might be. Just kind of keep going, keep getting Thopters. Nice thing too is that the Thopters are also gonna the Thopter Foundry gains us life, so the more we are able to tick up the oh man. Okay. Goblin Welder, Thopter Foundry. How good is this? We can sack the bridge or the vial and make Thopters, then put the bridge back into play. Same thing, we can even sack the Thopter Foundry itself. Just to get some of these creatures off the board. Man. Need to not draw land. Or they might just give up, like we can block both their 5/5s and gain life, and we're just kind of taking turns waiting for a draw, and they aren't developing by doing this. They're just kind of tapping out. It's almost like tabernacling them in a sense. Once we are able to maybe get, say, Yorion in hand next round, then and put that into play and have just a big body in play, in addition to maybe the artifacts, we can stabilize maybe a little bit. Once again, I think Elves has, unless he's done something differently, Elves has forsaken their ability to destroy artifacts. Maybe they have Beseju somewhere in their deck. I could definitely see that, but they don't have a way to tutor for it. So they would really need. I think they might have Oof in their deck, but an Oof would be a problem because it will turn off our Thopter Foundry. We got Zenith for 1. If they get 1, can they cradle still? So 4, 5, they can still attack. They might be getting best friends here. That's most likely what I think they would do. And then maybe just start drawing cards, trying to dig for Beseju. Any turn, though, that they give us of, like, breathing room is what we're really looking for to get Hellbent. And then, even if they find the Beseju, like, the bridge is in play. I don't think the Elves deck plays main deck creature removal. So the Welder means the bridge ain't going nowhere. Okay. Here they come. So we are gonna need to sack something. I'm not sure what how the math comes out on this, but we can gain a life here by sacking the Thopter, just getting the Thopter again, and then I guess we're gonna have to sack maybe the Vial. If we did sack the bridge and they endurance us, that would be potentially game ending. So maybe we don't do that. I mean, that's a little too risky. Same thing with the Thopter Foundry. It could be that if they endurance us, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Elves does now, but if they did have endurance and we lost either our Thopter Foundry or our Ensnaring Bridge, it would be really bad for us. Just gonna jump and keep ourselves alive here. Goblin Welder versus the world and his toys. This is just really showing the power of Goblin Welder, and he's so good that he's played in Vintage, and it just always surprised me that he never really made it in Legacy. Goblins in Legacy never really leveraged the Welder, just because you have to play artifacts. Ooh, Matron. Matron will allow us to get Hellbent here, which is exactly what we want. And we could even get another Welder if we want. I think the ideal scenario would be get Engineer and go get the sword. However, we really need to get Hellbent here. So I think just the play is just to get another Welder. And if they do... Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? There they are. If they do somehow have an answer for the bridge, we just put it back in play, and I don't think they can win. I mean, I guess they have Grist. Grist could potentially make us lose life, but that would take forever for them to do. And Grist actually could kill Welders as well. It's another thing to keep in mind. But we made it. We made it. Good job, buddy. Good job. Goblin Welder doing work, keeping us alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. Staying alive. It's going to require a lot of answers out of them. They also would just need black mana to get Grist. We're going to be playing for a few more turns here before they can maybe figure out how to get rid of our stuff. And what do you got there, elf player? Goblins versus elves. Has the matchup shifted? Does playing Ensnaring Bridge mean that elves is no longer the favorite? Could be. Could be. I don't think this Caracas is going to do much. Ooh, Glimpse. Scary. They have a lot of mana over there. Scary in a way. They don't have black mana, so they don't have Grist. They're going to be able to draw a whole bunch of cards here. The question is does Bridge just blank 90% of their deck? And I believe the answer is yes. Once we get a Twin Shot, that's the dream, and then Twin Shot Sniper is going to be lights out. We're going to be able to kill everything, especially with two Welders. It's going to be brutal. X equal 2. Okay. This could be the oof once again, and then if it is, you just kind of take that as confirmation that they do not have a way of destroying our bridge. If it is the oof. If it's something else, then it's something else, but Oh, it looks like our opponent doesn't have the oof in the main and just went to go get it and it's not there. Oof wouldn't be terrible though. I mean, there are cards that would force us to do things. And if like we drew them, say like we do Siege Gang and we have one card in hand for Bridge, that would be really bad. Um, I don't think this is my elf opponent I played in round one. Maybe elves is just really popular now. I don't know, but it does seem weird. I usually don't play versus elves much, so maybe it's just the day for elves. Who know? Or just the day for Once Upon a Time. It looks like okay. There's their black source for Grist if they do need to get Grist. Once again, though, I'm looking at this board, and our big baddie to go get is Sundering Titan, and he would be horrible to get in the situation. He'd actually hurt us way more than he'd hurt them. Maybe the big baddie just needs to be something else, like I don't know, Wormcoil Engine or something. Something that can make multiple artifacts when it dies and have lifelink. A lot of elves over there. A lot of elves. I think we don't have the sword. We don't really have anything else. So we're just going to get this vial back and just start taking it up in the event that we want to draw multiple goblins. And then we can get vial to 2. We draw a matron. And then we can remain hellbent while ticking up. Gang. Hey, you know what? That's not bad. That will take some of the pressure off us if we do draw a card that we can't play immediately, which at this point I think is either Sundering Titan and Siege Gang. I think those were the only two cards that we wouldn't be able to play. 17's a lot though, so it's gonna take a lot of goblins to get there. But you know, Bridge is giving us the time. What do we got? Elf player. Two welders and Bridge. It's gonna be really hard for them to ever attack us. Okay, they think so too. Great. Woo! 1-0 versus elves. 3-1 versus elves. See if we can do it again. And our board isn't really built for elves. So we're just gonna submit it, I guess. I mean, there are cards like I think we could bring in Thalia. It just hurts us more though, I think. Leyline, I don't want to have a dead card in my hand that I can't cast, and then the bridge doesn't work. Even though, you know, Grist might be one of the few ways they do kill us through a bridge. But yeah, I think this is just where we're at. Main deck go. Main deck go. The Thopter Foundries, though, showed us, you know, even if you don't have the combo, the ability to just make chump blockers that fly, that demand, like, that they have multiple creatures in play, you know, just stayed alive, block, 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 and then grind them to the point where, you know, you put your win condition in play, like Sling Gang, and we just kind of ground them out, and just removed their win condition with Ensnaring Bridge. Didn't really build the deck to beat elves, but seems to be working pretty good versus them for sure. Looks like our opponent is also having a nice night of brews. Got some margarita over there. Cheers, mate. Cheers. And yeah, we're just gonna run us back. The the we do have dead cards. Well, not really dead, but like pretty dead cards. Like Sundering Titan here is pretty bad. I'm that card probably needs to come out. God, this. or come like to get changed to something else in the future. This hand is not good. We have Lackey and Twin Shot, but like the chances of Lackey ever connecting is just so bad that well, oof. This is I mean we got Vile, we have Twin Shot, we have Esper Sentinel, but like I don't think it's good enough. Okay, here we go. We have the Engineer, which means we have Bridge. We'll need to live to our turn 3, so we're just gonna kind of hope that the our opponent doesn't kill us on their turn 3. I think that's just the best we can hope for. And then we have the Sword of the Meek, so we have half the combo. Looks like they have a pretty good start in Heritage Druid. It's not their best start, certainly, but uh, it is something to be aware of. I think it can. I think that might be a turn. Could be a turn 3 win. Maybe just a turn 2 or turn 3 glimpse for a lot. Something to be aware of is we most likely will see Oof this game. We're going to have to kill it at some point. But priority number 1 versus Elves, get the bridge in play. There's Oof. All right. Oof's here. They found it. Looks like they did mulligan pretty low. 4, 5, 6. Or they mulliganed at least once. So they have kept a slower hand that doesn't do a whole lot. Lackey's a good draw. It's going to allow us to get Hellbent somewhat quickly. We're going to go get our blue source for a Thopter Foundry in the event that we draw Thopter Foundry. We're not going to be able to go off a Thopter Foundry, but, you know, we're setting up. All right. Get our bridge. Don't need to learn that lesson more than once. And since we have a dead Aether Vial too, if we don't draw a land to sack this Sword of the Meek, then we can just hold up Goblin Engineer and sack the Vial and play the Lackey. And if we need to put the bridge in play, we can put the bridge in play. It does run the risk of Endurance getting us, which, hey, maybe we do put it into play immediately. Might be something to consider. They're pretty low on resources over there. So, not terrified of dying immediately. What they got? 3 cards in hand. One's an Allosaurus Shepherd. One's a Wirewood. So they can't Endurance us right now, which is relevant. The Allosaurus Shepherd will be able to attack underneath the bridge, which means we do want. Ooh, okay. Nice. We do want to get Hellbent as soon as possible. And let's just go and get. There's the consideration of like, do we do this now or do we do it later? And I think, I think we might just do this now. Well, you know we can blank their attack with 1-power creatures. Like, do we want to risk taking a lot of damage? We might need to chump block because they'll be able to attack underneath the bridge. Huh. I'm gonna take the risk. The fact is that if they just attack us, if I put the bridge in play and they just attack us and then pump with their Allosaurus Shepherd, then we're gonna take a massive amount of damage. So I think the risk here allowing us to block to kind of save ourselves is the right risk to take. Here we're only going to take 2 instead of taking 5, and then that could have possibly been 13, which would pretty much had us close to dead and in chump blocking mode for the rest of the game. What do we want here? Cavern. Cavern's good. Question is do we want to get the ringleader going? We can chump block now with engineer. And ringleader will just be a more efficient use of our mana, so I think we just go with the ringleader. You no longer just get natural ordered out of the game, which is really big risk that we've gotten past. And then ringleader also chumps very well. Maybe this can get us a twin shot sniper. Twin shot sniper would be gas right here. Ooh, yeah, we'll take it. And the bridge is really just keeping Craterhoof off, which they would just be gigantic. So there's really not any fear of drawing cards in a sense, because if Craterhoof comes into play, they're all just going to be gigantic. And next turn, we have Twin Shot to kill the Oof. We have Matron, which we could put in off the Vial. Maybe go get another Engineer to get our Thopter Foundry going. Matron's going to return Sword of the Meek. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. What do you got there, elf player? What do you got? Looks like they're just taking some time to think. Maybe they might be chatting. They've been pretty chatty this game. Maybe they're just enjoying their margarita, trying to figure out how to beat the goblins with all of their toys. Once again, though, like Ensnaring Bridge, maybe there should be a 4-up in this deck. It's been so insane. Every single game, Bridge has been absolutely insane. And I think with this ability on the stack, we have some moves if we want to do the trick where I think we do. So we're just going to kill the Oof with the ability on the stack. Now we can keep ticking up. We can put the Matron in play and go get maybe just another twin shot. We could get a welder and maybe start trying to loop twin shots. Or we could just get another twin shot and just keep killing their stuff. This will also allow us to take up the vial while putting in a 3-drop. Nice little trick there that Goblins has always had access to. Matron will get the sword. Make her a pretty good blocker. And then we can also kill the Wirewood symbiote, which that was going to be annoying. And just start chopping down their resources. We could get the... we could get a munitions expert. We could get the twin shot. I think twin shot's better. Just like, the more twin shots we got, the better. We can also put it in off of Vial next round, or next turn, which would be really good. See what we draw. Ugh, the Titan. Yeah. Ugh, that Titan just looks so ugly right now. I think we're gonna set up Thopter Foundry, and then I don't know. It's pretty close. We got a Thopter Foundry, or we could twin shot. Warwood Symbiote does allow them to draw cards. Engineer getting Thopter Foundry going. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna do this. This will allow us to just not die. Have plenty of jump blockers in the event that they want to start attacking. Get our Thopter Foundry. And there it is, boys. The elves are in shock, standing on the opposite side of the bridge, as the goblins will begin shooting them from afar. What do you got? No, you can't destroy the bridge. At least I'm pretty sure you can't. And also win. If they did say Beseju, we did go shields down a little bit, I suppose, because if they Beseju the ensnaring bridge, then actually that's not even true. If they Beseju the ensnaring bridge, we'll get a red mana, which will allow us to put the ensnaring bridge back into play, sacking the Sword of the Meek. So Beseju actually doesn't even work here. I think they're just done. Woo! 4-1 versus elves. Look at that. Killing it. Feels good. See you in the next one. Okay. I started recording a little bit late. Apologies. We are here on turn 2, and we are playing versus what appears to be 8-cast. Start out with turn 1, Aether Vial into Esper Sentinel. We have Munitions Expert for a Construct if it becomes a 1-1, but probably not. Looks like they're going to create a Construct. Maybe if we can get another Goblin, we can kill the Construct. Or if they sack the Bauble, that would also give us... or we could just, have a Welder. Look at that. Get our Welder out there. We can now kill their Construct when they make it. Slow them down. No sense in stop on ours. That way we don't blow past this. And let's just kill this thing before it gets any bigger. Save ourselves from Construct Beatdown. 8-cast. All right. It has been a kind of a weird league so far with elves. I'm not sure how popular elves are nowadays, but it's been a lot of elves. And 8-cast is definitely a deck that isn't going to mess with us too much. They do have Karn, which will certainly mess up our artifacts, but we do have experts and twin shots to snipe them from afar. We'll see here. What did they got? Conjurer's Bobble's interesting. Haven't seen that really in much 8-cast that I'm aware of. We could have played the Thopter Foundry, I suppose. That's not going to do anything right now. But I think we're just kind of threatening Munitions Expert. Oh, they didn't get Pithing Needle, which is interesting. They got Chromatic Star. That's weird. I don't think does 8-cast play Chromatic Star? Is this 8-cast? I feel like we would have seen maybe Emery or Pyrite Spellbomb. Huh. That's interesting. And they let us draw a card, which is nice. We're going to be able to put this Matron in play. Transmute artifact. Okay, maybe this is an 8-cast. Maybe this is something else. Lotus Bloom? What? What is going on here? What are we playing? Second Sunrise. Is this eggs? We're playing versus eggs? People still play eggs? Okay. Well, hopefully they're not trying to beat us with constructs because we're about to go get the trash man, and the trash man don't give a fuck about no artifacts or no constructs. Plus, we have the welder already. Welder is incredibly good at answering the constructs. So I'm not sure. Maybe they have like some sort of infinite combo with the Pyrite Spellbomb. That could definitely be a thing. The Pyrite Spellbomb probably should kill our welder, I'd imagine. If it doesn't kill our welder, I'd be very surprised. Lion's Eye Diamond? Man, this person. Pyrite Spellbomb and Lotus Bloom. This person's just doing their own thing. They're brewing too. It's a brewer's night for sure. They are brewing. What do they got? They got another transmute artifact for. Oh, they have a lot of mana now. What are they getting? Chromatic Star? They're just drawing? I feel like this is like desperation mode. Right? Like, what are they? Teferi. Okay. There's Teferi. You have a Teferi, sir. I'm not sure what. Like, it just looks like they're playing some sort of eggs storm pile. All right, we drew a land too. Perfect. That means we can go get the trash man and just start dumpstering this artifact player. We can get. I guess we get Badlands. It's the only one that we don't have. Put in our matron. And, there's an interesting question of do we kill their Chromatic Star because they're a second Sunrise deck? Huh. It's a weird question. We could sack our matron to do it or our munitions expert. Maybe? I guess? I don't know. We're gonna get the trash man though, and force our opponent to do something besides play an artifact win condition. I don't think I've ever seen eggs since like mid 2010s. We're gonna get to kill Teferi, attack them. Trashmaster is also just a clock as he is our Lord effect. So, huh? What a weird league. How often do y'all just play versus eggs? We're just gonna kill this thing now. Second Sunrise gets worse. It also affects their mana fixing. Affects their, if they have Metalcraft with, say, Mox Opal. If they want to make a construct, go for it. I'll play some goblins and just destroy it. They got, would you like to have us draw a card? You're not going to be able to make a construct if you don't let us draw a card. Sure. Although the construct's not really doing a whole lot anyway. Okay. They're going with the construct line. Means we can just put Ringleader in play, and I mean, I don't want to say it's over, but definitely feels over. Get our ringleader. See what ringleader finds. Really, ringleader's just a 3/3 beater. Woo! Oh man, look at that. Jackpot. Get some engineers, a lackey. We can just sack our munitions expert. I probably should have played a lackey pre-combat to destroy the construct, but like, I mean, this game's feeling not close at the moment. They only have one card in hand. Yeah. Good luck, buddy. Yep. Go ahead. Make your construct. Yep, there it is. We'll just destroy it. And take 7, go to 10. We'll play out our other goblins that destroy stuff. Get our other Esper Sentinel out there so we can keep the card draw coming. Our welder out there that eats constructs for free. Go, Goblin Engineer. We could get Sundering Titan. But oh, could we get Tanglewire? I'm kind of tempted to get Tanglewire. Just we need to buy some time uh, before we just beat them to death. And if they don't win this turn with a massive amount of shatter effects from us, then we'll start tangling them and destroying their artifacts, and they just will be completely locked out of the game. What do you got? What do you got? 2 cards in hand. They have Orim's Chant in their deck. It looks like they milled that at some point, or they discarded it when they sacked their LED. I don't know. I don't think they can win though with trash in play. It just feels like they can't. Eggs is doing egg things. Eggs is wow. We might even be able to get to draw 2 cards. Probably the most cards we've drawn off Esper Sentinel this whole match or this whole league. Another engineer, sure. Wasteland, great. Be able to waste and tangle wire them. LED. Second sunrise. Okay. What does that, how good is that? Don't know. Now they have a whole bunch of triggers. I think we might just destroy the LED right now. And your card in hand has to go away. All right, so they got rid of it. Now they need to draw a card off of Chromatic Star, and it has to be pretty good. What is it? What is it? Like one of them's a land. What a fun matchup, eggs. You know, you just kind of hang out, destroy their stuff, watch them do stuff. They don't have any more card draw, I think. Oh, I guess they have Conjurer's Bauble. They have one more card draw effect. Okay, 2 cards in hand. What do you got? Oh, pressure got there. The good old Goblin beatdown with Trashmaster giving a little bit of disruption. I think this might be the first game where we bring in a lot. Deafening Silence seems good. Thalia seems good. Nullrod and Chalice seem good. Chalice on 0. Leyline seems good. Surgical on Sunrise seems good. Sundering Titan, get the fuck out of here. I don't think they play creatures, so Crib Swap can get out of here. Ensnaring Bridge. I think we just get rid of the Tangle Wire because they could just put a whole bunch of stuff. I think all of our creature removal basically just comes out. We got rid of the Sundering Titan, so Fissure Wizard can go. And then maybe Twin Shot Snipers? Just to get rid of all of the creature interaction and bring in all of the non-creature interaction. What a weird matchup. I mean, we're basically bringing the entire sideboard here. They are a graveyard-based storm deck, which means we storm-ish type of deck, combo deck, and this set's a little awkward because we both have Aether Vial and Null Rod, but Null Rod's gonna hurt them way more than it hurts us, so we're definitely gonna keep this. And they are a graveyard deck, so there's a Leyline. And we're still gonna play the Aether Vial, but we're gonna. They do have Fairy to bounce the Leyline, which means that Leyline's not like a permanent answer by any means, and neither is the Null Rod. So we are gonna have to figure out how to pressure them a little bit, which we currently don't have. But hopefully this Null Rod just kind of slows them down enough that we just don't have to worry about it too much. Constructs are something to worry about, certainly. If they have another land and they can start making gigantic constructs, then that could be bad. Suppose we're just going to have to pray that they are relying on that Lotus Petal. And, ooh, a Matron. Won't actually be able to cast it, but there's no way we're not putting this in play. We brought it in. We're playing it. Hopefully we draw a land, and then all of their stuff's turned off. The only thing we really fear are the constructs, which we can chump block, hopefully with Matron, and then once we have, say, Matron, we can go get Trash, in theory, and oh, well, they're just done. Alright, well, we're match. On the next one. Okay. I'm sorry, I got excited. I'm playing for a trophy with this janky artifact deck, and I started the recording late again. But we are playing versus what looks like Dragon Stompy or Goblin Stompy, and we are deep into game 1, and a lot's happened. They've had some fables. We've killed their fables. Yorion is in play. We have a whole bunch of goblins. We are at 4. They were beating us to death. We stabilized versus the Goblin Rabblemaster, which they copied with one of the fables. Nearly killed us. We are going to... then we started beating down the Yorion. And we drew a card or two off the Esper Sentinel. Apologize. I got a little excited. I am playing for the trophy with this thing. We're upping our life total here just to make sure that we can survive this next attack. The munition experts and the twin shots just coming in, taking out the opposing goblins was really important. Looks like they're just furying our board here, and then we got game one because we have Yorion and in the air swinging next turn. All we had to do was survive this turn. Uh, apologize. Little getting a little lit over here, and we're playing for the trophy. Woo, woo! It's getting real. It's getting real. We do have Thalia that we can bring in versus Dragon Stompy. Obviously, there are certain cards that just aren't doing anything. Fissure Wizard, we could cut him and the Sundering Titan, or the Trash Master. Mostly just Sundering Titan. God, that card just needs to be something else. Uh, I mean, Tanglewire. Leyline and Deafening Silence and Surgical, none of those cards are what we're trying to do here. We are firmly in the camp of just getting rid of, I think, Sundering Titan and the support card in Fissure Wizard. Thalia is going to mess them up a little bit, but our plan is to just kill all of their threats and not really care too much about Blood Moon. Obviously, we are a 4-color deck, so Blood Moon will affect us, but we also are very much a red deck. So I'd be surprised if they prioritize Blood Mooning us. And we got a pretty good hand. It looks like, well, I mean, if they go Chalice on 1, that would be really bad. If they don't go Chalice on 1, then it's really good. And we won game 1, so we're gonna at least try it. If they Chalice on 1 us here, we'll be on the play for game 3. And it looks like they're not doing that. Ooh, nice. We got our Vial, and we'll be able to deploy all of our stuff by turn 2. Beautiful. And then I got the Plateau because I want to put Lackey or Welder in at the end step, and we'll just cast the Esper Sentinel. I could have gotten Volcanic Island. I guess we could have, in that way we could have cast the Thopter Foundry and then put in the Esper Sentinel off the Vial. But I really want to end step the Lackey or the Welder. Yeah, I don't know. Thopter Foundry isn't great here anyway. I think I'd rather just keep my Goblins. I think we'll just end step Lackey, conceal the fact that we have Lackey, and hopefully draw some Goblins here. Maybe it should have been end step Welder, because on this board, maybe he'll be able to do some shenanigans. They got Fable drawing us a card. Noise. Noise. Always happy to draw cards. And I haven't really drawn too many cards versus, say, the Elves deck. We usually just traded it off, but Dragon Stompy, Thalia's going to be an all-star. She also blocks all of the Goblins, like the Rabble Master and the Legion War Boss. So that's going to be awesome. Does continue to make it this Thopter Foundry kind of weird, but it is kind of like a late game card, so it's gonna hang out. For a Lackey in play, and go to work, but really just go to hang out. We don't really have a whole lot going on right now. And are they thinking about furying? They might. They might be thinking about furying. They are taking a long time here. Something to consider. Hmm. They took a long time to think there, which I feel like that means they have Fury, which maybe we don't play Lackey. Maybe we just hold on to Lackey. I don't know. That was weird. They took a really long time to think right there. I mean, we are going to play Thalia, which could get Furied. Then they'll kill 4 1-toughness creatures. I feel so bad. Feel so bad. Let me draw another Thopter Foundry. Yikes. Well, we're gonna put Thalia out there, and suppose cross our fingers that Fury is not in our future. And if they do put Fury into play somehow, we'll at least have a chump blocker in Lackey to maybe buy us some time. But yeah, they just took so long to think over there. It definitely feels like they got something. Whew. Got the jitters though, man. Like playing for the trophy with Goblin Welder Goblins, the box, maybe getting there with the trophy. Who knew? Who knew? Discarding Blood Moon. If only they knew. There were 2 Thopter Foundries in hand. 1, 2, 3. What do you got? Nope. Thalia's in play. Ooh, might have got him. Oh, Simian Spirit Guide. Taxes are adding up. So maybe they don't have Fury. If they had Fury, they would have just slammed it and I think just killed our whole board there. Nice. Ringleader's a good draw. The Trinisphere is interesting. We could potentially put Trinisphere in play. Maybe it hurts them more than it hurts us. Hard to know. Hard to know. We have a second Fable, though. We'll see if they want to make a treasure token and just sacrifice their goblin by sending it into Thalia for her to eat. No, just roast right there on her sword. They don't have Fury. Maybe they just were thinking, or maybe they, they went to the bathroom or something. But if they had Fury, they would definitely have killed Thalia and the Esper Sentinel at this point. So, good news there. Will you get a treasure and just throw away your goblin? Yes. Nice. Glad we got to, see the honorary goblin of Thalia come in, hang out for a little bit. She hasn't really been boarded in much. Mostly the sideboard was for that one matchup with eggs, which I still am a little surprised that was a thing. But here she's showing her stuff versus this Dragon Stompy opponent, stacking up with the Esper Sentinel to really tax the opponent. Okay. Now we have File on 3. Ringleader and a Matron would be awesome. And, I mean, we could have Lackey in play right now. They would automatically just block the Lackey if they did. Fact is, just Lackey's not a great card in a lot of matchups. Ooh, we got the Valk, which means we can now play our Thopter Foundries. We're not, though. We're just gonna keep going with the Goblins. They've obviously just discarded Blood Moon, and if they put Blood Moon in play, so be it. I think we can definitely win the game without Thopter Foundry. It feels like we're getting pretty far ahead here. Munitions Expert. That will kill the first. That will kill the first Fable. Kiki. And then we will need an answer for the second one. And we're just going to get rid of their treasure token here. Oh, they have 6. Okay, so now they have treasure sphere. I totally expected them to just sack the treasure in response. But treasure sphere is in play now. We did eat their mana, which means that Thalia's tax is greater. They did discard Chalice, so now we can also just weld away the Trinisphere and get the Chalice if we want. Just put that into play, which, you know, might be helpful. Oh, it looks like he's throwing away another one into Thalia. Okay. Thalia will happily skewer another Goblin here. Holding the line. It is interesting that one of the Thalia's best spots is 4, 4, 5, 6. What is going on here? Chandra, Awakened Inferno? Holy cow. Well, I guess we don't have to kill the other reflection anymore. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's something. Wow. Um. Oh yeah, that's very interesting here. Now what do we want to do? The munitions expert can't kill Chandra. They're also gonna have the goblin on the ground. I guess we're gonna go with for Thopter Foundry and start making some Thopters that she's gonna have to. Well, we could like make him in the end step and then pressure our opponent with, or pressure our opponent's Chandra. Interestingly enough, once they start giving us emblems, the Thopter Foundry will help to counteract the emblem and kind of just keep us alive. They're getting pretty low here. Ooh. Well, this is going to be scary. They have a Rabble and a Reflection. Threats are stacking up over there. Starting to really regret having this Trinisphere in play. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Uh, the odds no longer appear in our favor. Trophy is slipping away here. To Chandra Awakened Inferno. We will be able to get Yorion. Oh, buddy. Welcome. Come on down. That is a draw. That is probably our best draw. Maybe aside this. No, it's actually even better than the sword itself. Because now we get the sword. And we are now going to be able to kill the reflection. And then, I mean, like maybe there's some argument to killing the Rabble Master, but reflection, like with Fury, just so much more. And we even get the sword out of the yard with the expert. Nice. And now that we have Thopter's sword, can Dragon Stompy beat Thopter's sword? That's a legitimate question here. What do they have? They have Fire, Flux, What the heck does this do? Whenever Fireflux Squad attacks, you may exile another target attacking creature you control. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal another creature, and it's tapped and attacking. Well, that's terrifying. How is this gonna work? I feel like that thing just needs to die. So they're gonna attack. Pretty much have to block this Rabblemaster here. Yup. What are you gonna get? I don't think I've ever seen that card before in my life. War Boss. Okay. Well, good news is we can eat some things. And then we don't actually need to trade off our munitions expert. We can just eat it, and then they're giving us another emblem. Okay. Good news is we have a lot of life stored up. We're also able to now blink our munitions expert with Yorion. Oh man, we're doing it. We are doing it. What do we? I don't even know if we need to draw Siege Gang Commander. Sure. Sure. So we'll attack Chandra. Might just be able to kill our opponent too. He's gonna go down to what, 4? And then we could just shoot her. And we have a plethora of options here. I don't know if we can lose. So now we can put our lackey in play, and then we're going to put Yorion in play. Yorion's going to blink our munitions expert and our engineer, which means we go get a couple more things. I think we need to kill this thing that tutors out creatures, so before it hits like a fury or something. And having that lackey in play gives us the third goblin to do that. And now we can get... Gosh, I don't even know. Does it matter? I don't know if it matters. Now we get to kind of like turn the corner on our opponent here. And if they just give us another emblem, we can gain life with Thopter Foundry. I think we did it. I think we... Oh. Ooh. Well, that's not good. Probably going to kill all of our stuff. Okay, I think we're still good. I think. Giving us an emblem. Honestly, I think we can just violin Siege Gang, right? Like, we're going to go to 3, and then we just hit them to 5 and shoot them for 6. We don't have to deal with Chandra anymore. We don't have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. We got it. Oof. A million ways to victory here. I think it's hilarious that Thopter Foundry can keep us alive through Chandra Awaken Inferno's ability here. We'll go to 3. Hit you to 4. And then kill you. Boom. Put Siege Gang in play. Gotta love this card. I think Siege Gang is my favorite Magic card of all time. And nothing like getting to trophy the gang shooting your face. What a game that was, though. Woo! That was a nail biter, I think, all the way through. There was a lot of decisions. Probably didn't make them all correctly, but gang coming in and dealing final points of damage. Versus a Chandra Awakened Inferno, a Fury, Rabblemaster, multiple Fables, whatever that Fire Squad was. Man, that was awesome. Woo! That was awesome. Hell yeah! There it is. Trophy. Woo! I can't believe it. Do you believe it? I don't believe it. We actually did it. We actually trophied with this. I I did not expect it, but I think Ensnaring Bridge is where it's at. Hilariously, we beat Elves twice, which is insane. For those of you who've been playing Goblins in the past, Elves has always just been a horrible matchup. But it looks like they traded in their hate for artifacts to be Collector Oof, which Ensnaring Bridge don't give a fuck. And then on top of that, we have the Twin Shot Sniper and the Munitions Expert to kill all of their creatures. They've slowed down a lot as well. They're playing the 1 mana 3/4 that tutors lands. Uh, so I mean, this deck we hardly even sideboarded the whole one match, the eggs matchup, which I don't think I haven't seen that list in or a list like that in years. So he was brewing too tonight, but the whole thing, couldn't believe it. Esper Sentinel was awesome. Drew us some cards, especially in the mono red matchup. Vile, of course, was awesome. Engineer, Welder. There were several games. There was one game in particular where it was like Welder versus the world when the elves were attacking us and getting underneath the ensnaring bridge. We didn't get to really see Sundering Titan do its thing. We did get to see CGN Commander just take the game once we were safe behind our ensnaring bridge with the Eldrazi or the Crater Hoof or whatever else is on the other side. So yeah, this was sweet. I don't think this breaks anything in any form or fashion. I mean, I am genuinely impressed. I must say, Yorian got to showcase how well he works with goblins, blinking some of their ETB effects. There's ETB effects all over the deck. Yeah, it was sweet. We didn't really see Tanglewire. We also saw a decent amount of graveyard hate that thankfully we were able to sidestep and not have our Sword of the Meek exiled. So maybe the list wants a second one, just in the event that, the elves actually do Bajuka Bog the Sword of the Meek when it's in the graveyard. Thankfully, we were able to kind of dodge that. But yeah, people had graveyard hate. Didn't really matter. People had removal, fury. Didn't matter. We were just able to turtle up behind our ensnaring bridge and shoot our opponents to death with the gang, which, you know, that's kind of how we drew it up. Falkner Foundry can attack through the ensnaring bridge. You just draw your card for a turn, attack, and then play whatever you played, and then no one can attack. And you just kind of keep it at that parity where there only one power creatures can attack on your turn. It was awesome. Thalia came in when Trashmaster wasn't good. Uh, there was, especially the eggs matchup when Trashmaster was awesome. We didn't really play versus 8-cast, which that's really what Trashmaster's for. But he's also good versus, Death and Taxes and other just artifacts. He's probably the best tool, I think, in the toolbox. But yeah, I mean, uh, have fun with this. I mean, there's probably got to be way better things. Maybe like a Crucible of Worlds over Tanglewire, or I know there's a blue-red Goblin that makes artifacts cost less. I'm not sure how good that is though. It might just be cute. I think Esper Sentinel is just better, even though it isn't a Goblin. But yeah, I hope you all had fun. I had a blast. This has been an epic uh, showcase, I think, of Thopter Foundry. Maybe just play Thopter Foundry in general. You know, maybe we don't have to play goblins, but yeah, deck was good. Thopter Foundry, fucking A plus, man. That thing did work, did absolute work, keeping us alive, blocking, doing a goblins do best. Couldn't have been happier. Couldn't have been happier. Beat elves twice. Fuck elves. Yeah, that's what we say. That's what we say. Fuck elves. So y'all have a wonderful day, and if you feel like trying out something in Legacy, Ensnaring Bridge and Thopter Foundry might be a good place to start. So see y'all around.